already sleepy. So we'll go ahead and begin. So everyone joining in and stopping by, welcome to our Phaeton Shattered. It's a Pathfinder 2e campaign with a little bit of homebrew thrown in. And I'm going to be taking my lovely co-hosts here on a ride through the shattered remains of a planet as they join and thrive in the Guildhall Association. So, Aaron, if you want to start by introducing yourself, and then we'll just go clockwise, give Tori the time to think of what she wants to say of herself. Go ahead and take it away.
Sure. I'm Aaron. I've been playing D&D for a long time. Still pretty new to Pathfinder, so we'll see how this goes.
Awesome. Riley.
I'm Riley. I am old. Old as dirt. Old as shit.
Riley, you're a year older than me.
Ancient. Ancient by the laws of land and men.
See,
so decrepit.
I'm not the only one who feels like that.
All
right.
And I play this. My character's name is Ember. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Miss Riley, for that thrilling and fantastic introduction to yourself. All right, Spoopy, you're up.
I am Dominique. Spoopy, for those in our Discord who know me. Been doing this since I was about 13. I started with Pathfinder. So let's see how second edition treats me.
All right, and Tori, you're up.
Hello, I'm Tori, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, because this is my first time, so yeah.
Yep, so as you can see, we've got a nice wide variety of players and skill levels. I myself am an old vet when it comes to tabletops. I started on OD&D and AD&D, with my brother and sister dragging me through that hell, and have kind of just grown and been a perma DM all my life. So here I am, being a DM again. So if you haven't seen the trailer or teaser, our lovely band of very talkative protagonists here recently just got to watch their first stasis drop. So before we begin, does anyone have any questions to kind of like about lore, setting, what the fuck you people are doing here, or all that good stuff before we jump straight into it?
Yeah, literally everything.
All right, start with a list and we'll go from there.
Can you just go briefly back over what all the stasis drop entailed?
Okay, so yes. So what stasis drops are when a tribe or a town or council or whatever wants to try and reclaim and reinvigorate one of the floating satellites, be it if there are stasis towers on there or not, they contact the Guild Association, usually for the local continent, such as yours, Phaeton Mu. And then what'll happen is they do research on the area to see if there are any tribes there. So the one that you all are going to be doing is actually the homeland for several goblin tribes. So these tribes came together, said, hey, we want to go back to our ancestral homeland. And lo and behold, the Guild Association said, sure, we're going to help you with that. So what happens is a team from the expedition wing will actually go and survey the land, and then a second team, usually comprised of all four branches, will follow in behind them. They will survey the land, drop a stasis tower, which creates a artificial atmosphere, and we can get into actually what all that entails if you want. And then they basically just hand it off to whoever is going to be living there and say, hey, this is your land. How do you want us to help you set it up? So what you all witnessed recently was actually the very start of a stasis, which is where one of the exploration U-boats will actually drop a stasis tower into one of the satellites. And then the stasis field will start, create an atmosphere, and then you all will actually be in charge and part of the teams going down, making sure it's going to be safe for the future inhabitants, and kind of just exploring, setting up a base camp, and getting it ready for the residents to come actually reclaim their homeland.
Gotcha. I mean, I figured most of that ahead of time. Just wanted to make sure I fully understood.
You good. I am glad to answer any questions, as I've spent way too much time figuring out all of the little nitty-gritty details of what the fuck this is.
Gotcha.
All right. Anything else
What's the food situation like?
for IRL or in game? Because I can help you with one of those. So because a lot of the smaller satellites actually kind of died out and became floating husks, the way the stasis works is actually inside the field, brings it back to a point pre-shattering, and so you're technically living in a time bubble. So the atmosphere, that's how it creates the atmosphere. You're breathing the old atmosphere. The vegetation will slowly come back to life because the atmosphere is there. It reverses simple biological things such as like small plants, fungi, things like that, but it doesn't like bring back large complex organisms. So like you can't create a stasis field, and lo and behold, a forest full of deers and owl bears are just gonna pop up. But the plant life will slowly be able to like rebuild itself and everything, and there will be actual breathable air for most people. So doesn't immediately solve the food situation, but it gives people the ability to go forward and solve the food situation. That makes sense?
Yes.
Are you saying that just to placate me?
No.
Okay. Anything else? I love the smirk, Riley. You're just sitting there waiting. All right. So, when we left our explorers here, they'd actually just witnessed their first stasis fall, and they're aboard the ship coming down. So as you land, if you look over at Roll20, you disembark the ship, and you're actually in the bare bones of a base camp. It's hustling, bustling, there's people everywhere, everybody seems to know what they're doing, and just kind of in that automation mode, like they know what needs to be done and they're doing it. So Milia, your instructor, is kind of like walking you through what's going to happen, and she turns to you a lot and she goes, all right, so we have 2 hours until we need to leave. So what I need you all to do is 1, get along, 2, come find me in 2 hours and we'll board the carriage and we'll leave to our zone of our mission area. So that being said, sorry, what was that?
My screen is not showing anything. I don't see the.
For Roll20? Let me double check that. Because y'all should be...
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
That actually is exactly what I tried.
All right, well, that's the extent of my computer help. Great talk, everyone.
What'd you do?
I literally turned dynamic lighting off and then back on again. So I didn't turn the correct thing off and on again. Everything else, though, we're good. Technology just seems to hate me. Okay, but anyways. So you're free to help out, you're free to talk, you're free to kind of figure things out, move your characters around. So if anyone has any questions, go ahead. I'm just going to kind of give it all to you and watch as the awkward silence reigns supreme. I can't wait.
Yes.
But this is also when you can ask Millie any questions, you can ask your fellow guild mates any questions, or go, and we can literally just hop straight into your mission if you wish.
What does this button do?
Gotcha.
Oh. Whoop.
Did you just kill your character?
You're dead.
No?
She did just indeed commit seppuku.
Interesting.
Tori's
All
over
right,
here.
That's what that does.
Yep.
I love the silent moving of our characters around the screen.
Yep. This is also where y'all could introduce each other, or yourselves to each other.
Oh.
I just stand there watching as they all walk away in different directions and just kind of shrug.
Just meandering like Sims.
And then we're all back
We're
here.
So,
How about this? Why don't you all introduce your characters to each other? Get things set up.
Ember, I think I'm with the martial part of the guild.
Correct.
Oh, right. No.
I'm Roga.
Pleasure to meet you, Ember.
Same pleasure.
Hello.
Roga, I am with the mages, though I really specialize more towards the divine.
Always good to have some divine assistance.
Some divine intervention.
I haven't been that lucky yet, but we're hoping.
Oh,
Fingers crossed. I am Hannah. I am your resident gunsmith. I'm here to fix all your stuff.
Hello, my name is Valindra. I'm from the exploration branch. I've been here before.
You've
I'm
been here.
old.
Oh, that's right.
how old?
I always forget she's a resident grandma.
Yeah.
You've been here specifically before?
Well, maybe.
That's so interesting. Did you get to see the calamity?
I did get to see the calamity.
Oh, you're real old.
I'm 440.
Jeez, does it hurt when you walk?
Can you say that to a person? Is that something you can say to a person? I don't know.
I mean, I said it, so I guess so.
Is that something you should say to a person?
I mean, no way to know without asking and finding out, right?
Sure.
I love that you immediately are just like, you're old as fuck! Fantastic.
If anything, we have much to learn from you because you've been around for quite a lot of things.
Right. But don't slow us down.
No promises.
And don't speed us up.
Goldilocks.
I can only go so fast, short dwarf legs and all, but I don't want to be carrying anybody.
Can I make a combat walker?
You.
I mean, there's combat wheelchair, so
True. There is. I
yeah.
fucking love that supplement, honestly. It is so
there
fun.
is?
Yeah, no,
yeah, there's a combat
Oh my
wheelchair.
gosh.
yes, they just finished their
I can make that.
You actually can. There is it's a 5th edition supplement, and they're actually currently branching out other games. I love it.
Nice.
My personal
However, I feel like
What's up? Oh, I was just gonna say my personal favorite is the all-terrain vehicle wheelchair. The artist did a fantastic job on it.
I don't think you should underestimate her just yet.
Oh, that's
there's a difference between underestimation and preparedness. And I'm
For what
saying
it's worth,
am
I was
not-
overestimating, but
Oh, there you go.
It balances it out, as all things should be.
All right, there, Thanos. All right.
Well, we best get going before bedtime for our friend here. Oh, I imagine it's gonna be evening soon.
actually, that kind of brings up a question for me. What is the situation with the sun and like times of day? Because we're on a shattered planet, right?
Correct.
Is there?
Yeah, how long have we been awake?
You've only been awake for about 8 hours.
Okay.
It's still pretty. It's like afternoon for you. So, like I was speaking about earlier, the stasis domes bring that area into a temporary time, right? So, aside from large physical changes such as things growing, things being built, things being moved or destroyed or whatever, you're basically stuck in Groundhog's Day. So the atmosphere and the environment repeats the same 24 hours that is designed by whoever built the stasis tower.
Gross. Yesterday's air.
Yes. Well, actually, sorry, 150, years and a day ago's air. But what it does as well is it also simulates time. So outside of the domes, you do still have the revolution around your solar system's sun. But inside the domes, it mimics the hours of the day, and they're all pretty much synced up. You might have some discrepancies here or there by a couple minutes, But for the most part, inside the domes, it still still simulates the entire day-night cycle. See, I thought of all these stupid things because I knew someone was going to ask questions, and I wasn't going to be caught with my pants down. But there is a core to the planet. So, like, there is still something gravitationally pulling all of the floating continents together and still, like, helping it move.
Got it.
Yeah.
Also, you say that now. You say, I've thought of all of the things. I will make it my life's mission to find the thing you did.
I welcome the challenge because I have, like I said, I was like, someone's gonna be that smarmy asshole who's gonna be like, okay, all right, I get you, but what about the underground? And I'm gonna be like, well, here's the thing about
So how big is the actual, like, land where we just landed?
So the island that you're on is one of the smaller ones. It was an actual island in an ocean. So while there's no water around because of, the whole being a floating continent, there is actually, like, if you were to look at this from a topographical view, there is kind of still the shoreline around the island. So it's probably about, I'd say, 25 kilometers by 25 kilometers. Give or take some edges here or there, but it's a decent size, but not enough that you would use a medium or a large dome. The small dome itself does cover most of the island.
And then we're going underground.
Yes.
So underground, is it like floating island, like down to like a point, like a cone? How does it?
Some of them are literally just big ass chunks.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one is, it has enough under it that the underground tunnels have still been sealed and existing, and haven't,
We're not
like,
gonna fall out of the.
no.
Okay.
There are some that definitely are still open to the side, like old volcano shafts that people may have built into or stuff like that. This one you have nothing to worry about. You're not just gonna be like walking through the dark and just fucking hit a cartoon style pit slide and then just, shoot out the end of the island like you're in fucking Dalaran or something. You guys are good with that, don't worry. Again, like, I have answers to 90% of the questions that you're gonna ask. The other 10% I'll just pull out of my ass. Alright. So, let's move on. So, as the sun begins to peak, or, well, the recreation of the sun begins to peak, you hear a bell toll, and then you kind of hear most of the people around you kind of, like, jump to attention and move in a direction. So you can surmise that, hey, this is the alarm saying we need to get to our transportation. So as everyone starts beginning to form in their teams and everything, and you see Melissa ahead of you, kind of like pulling people in. She makes eye contact with you all and kind of like waves you over. She goes, all right, so it's only going to be about 20 minutes with carriage rides, so we're going to be getting there pretty quickly. Again, just to recap, Team 5, and she turns to a team to your left. She goes, you all are going to be securing the surface. You're going to be making sure that nothing comes down, that if anyone needs backup, you will be the anchor for us, as well as we all don't know what's going to pop up around us. We do know that these tunnels are sealed. We do know that there still could be life down there, so we don't know what's going to come up and visit us, as we just kind of dropped a giant tower into their home. They might be scared and come looking for us. So that being said, Team 5, you're going to be our anchor. You're going to be in charge of keeping us protected on the surface. Teams 3 and 7, she looks at you. You will be coming underground with me. Early scans have shown us that the tunnel system is pretty expansive. So what we're going to do is... Oh, that's what that is. What we're going to do is we're going to split you up as soon as the tunnel tees off. She hands you all kind of like rough drawn paper maps. She's like, now I'm not the world's best artist, so I do apologize. It's probably not going to be accurate, but this still should give you a good idea of what you will be dealing with. And so we're actually just going to go into there so I don't have handouts for y'all. Actually, I do have handouts for y'all. Let me check real quick. Okay, I'm gonna throw this in the Discord, so things might get weird.
Throw this in the Discord, gonna toss a lot of handouts.
So into general chat, there should be a.
Uh-oh.
As soon as it loads up, like I said, it'll be a little weird. Don't worry, we're getting there.
Brandon, the cameras have done
I know.
something
The
weird.
cameras, yeah, a new window popped up. So, but yeah,
Oh, it's over here. I was like, where did it go?
I literally just threw it in Discord. So as you can see, that is
Where
going
did
to be
you put it in Discord?
into general, like literally the general voice
I
chat.
don't see it. See it in general.
I'll send it to you in a bit. Don't worry about it. Trust me, you'll see it very soon. So she turns to Team 3 and she starts kind of talking to them about what they're doing. They're going to go to the left, which is why you don't see that portion of the map. And she turns to you and she goes, Team 7, you are going to be focusing on the tunnels to the right. We do have indications that there might have been some damage. I believe we call these technical difficulties. This has been the entire stream. Anyways, so Team 7, you'll be taking care of the right-hand tunnels. Early scans do indicate that we actually have some damage, or not damage, some possibilities of the caverns being very expansive. So again, use your heads. And with that, we will move on. So the carriage ride is smooth going. You all arrive in one piece. Can everyone see the new... Oh, wait, no, because I have to do this. Players, come with me.
Whoa.
And that should load up the map for everyone.
Ooh.
I hope. I really hope.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. Okay. So you and your fellow team descend into the tunnel system with Milia behind you. The tunnels stretch out in front of you and are faintly illuminated by a large fungal system that has embedded itself into the stone walls. So as you can see there on the map, we actually do have glowing fungi. So this will actually be a mixture of low light and normal light. So anyone who doesn't have low light vision, you can still see pretty well. Anyone who does have low light vision, you can see perfectly fine. So after a short hike downwards, you enter the cavern that splits off into two. All right. This is where the teams will split and meet back here once you have done a somewhat thorough exploration. Should you find yourselves in an emergency or are worried about your safety, come back here immediately and we'll figure out what to do. Everyone understand?
Yes.
Sees your nods of agreement and goes, all right, good. Now, before you go, on behalf of the Moo Guild Association, I present you with these bonus supplies because dead guild applicants are bad. She pulls her backpack over, she kind of ruffles around, and she pulls out kind of like a small box. She goes, everyone gather around. She waves all 8 of you to her. She then begins to hand each of you a small bottle with a sort of paste in it. These are standard healing salves that should last you about 3 uses each. They don't mend wounds like a spell does, but they're definitely going to dull an ache or help treat a cut. So do not worry about using them sparingly. I'd rather have you alive and empty-handed than dead with a bag full of items. So everyone go ahead and add healing salve, 3 uses. It'll heal 1d4 hit points. Amber's just like, food?
She just wants to know what it's made up of, you know? Just trying to get a little taste there. Who knows?
It's basically just ground up healing paste.
I like take the bottle, sniff at it a little bit, and be like,
It smells... Well, okay. Yeah, no. It smells like menthol. Like that medical mint smell. Yeah. She goes, yes, it tastes bad, it smells bad, but you know what? It works, and I can't do anything about those two.
Reminds me of prison.
I have questions.
Interesting.
All right. So, Tori, this is mostly for you. Once I hand it off to exploration for you guys, go ahead and So each one of these squares is going to be 5 feet. So that's going to be important in combat and exploration for you. So on your character sheets, it'll have a base speed. You can move up to that. So, for example, if you have a base speed of 20, you can move 4 squares in a straight line in any direction. That being said, during exploration, just go ahead and move your base speed. If anything happens, I will let you know. If not, just move your characters until I yell at you to stop. Remember, you are going to the right.
So I should be seeing something of a map on Roll20?
You
what you're saying?
should.
Because right now I see my character icon and a big black screen.
Why are you all going left?
Because I told them specifically not to go left.
What,
Alright.
what are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about here.
1, 2,
So yeah,
3, 4,
Roll20
5,
recently. Let's see.
Oh,
So
that worked.
I think dynamic lighting is going to be something I have to fiddle with a little bit more. So we're gonna cancel the ambiance to make sure that y'all can actually use Roll20.
Or ambiance.
All right.
I'm gonna go up to one of the wall first thing and try and see if I can just take a very small sample of that glowing fungi
Yeah.
with my
So-
tools. I'm gonna take a little bit off so I can study it later.
Yeah. No. So go ahead and add like. So as you like break off one of the shoots, it definitely stops glowing, but it's still that very bright
Okay.
blue. So go ahead and add one mushroom cap, one blue mushroom cap.
Ooh.
Could I?
I'd like to see how this works. Maybe I can make flashlights. Wait.
Miss Riley.
What was that? I was just letting Dominique finish.
All right. So, we'll drag everybody here to the tunnels. I'll let y'all reorganize yourself. Can I get everyone to make a perception check?
First roll of the game.
D20 plus perception, correct?
Correct.
How do I do that?
So on your character
that's
sheet, Tori.
good.
Uh-huh.
Let me pull up your character sheet real quick. So on your character sheet,
Yes.
you go into character. You will scroll down on the right-hand side. There will be perception. Click the button that says
Yes.
perception.
Dude, 25.
What did I do? I got 11.
Okay. So, as you enter the tight hallway here, and we'll just do marching order real quick. Who's going to be in front?
I can be in
I'll
front.
probably take the rear.
All right. We'll just go like this. Well, why am I stacking? So, as you enter the tight corridor ahead of you, you notice that there is a large section that's a little bit darker than you used to. Ember, Roga, and Valindra. Well, actually, sorry. All of you. Riley, what did you roll?
18.
18? Okay, so all of you kind of notice that there's, like, on the ceiling, there's a bunch of stalactites. One of them very much does not look like a normal stalactite. It's a little wiggly. So, you're immediately caught to attention and are just kind of like, one of these things is not like the other.
Is this everybody or?
Yes, you all notice this immediately.
I'd like to shoot it.
Okay, roll an attack.
Okay. Hey, I have long range. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember how to roll these because it's just my damage, but this sheet.
Yes, so you'll roll,
Okay, it's a 7, so D20 plus 7?
yes. And then your damage is
Okay.
just, you know how to calculate your damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Alright, 15?
Yep. So you pull out your gun, you're like, that's not right, and you aim your flintlock pistol at it and you shoot, and you score a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's 1d4. So it's 2. Plus 2. 5.
Okay. So you score a hit, pretty damn solid on it. Whatever it is drops down, very not happy, and you hear kind of like a clicking and like a clattering sound as it kind of squirrels away into the darkness. So everyone go ahead and roll me initiative.
Oh boy.
Well, now we know what it is, kind of.
Trying to figure out where it is on this sheet.
Is that what I did?
Yeah, it's getting accustomed to the sheet is the big thing.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so it'll be the same as perception, but it'll just be a different category of it.
What is that? Oh. Okay. Shit. I'm physically rolling, so I don't know what my initiative is.
It'll be the same, and that's fine. On your character sheet, it should, in the same area as perception, it should have initiative.
Yeah, but there's no number on it. Oh no, there is. It's 0.
Well, there we go.
God damn it. 12.
Miss Riley, what did you get?
I'm trying to find that portion of the initiative. I got a 20, so whatever that is plus my initiative.
Okay. I can actually look at your
Damn.
character sheet real quick. Spoopy, what did you
Yeah, I
get?
got a nat 20. Huh.
Nice. 12.
Okay.
I roll. Well, on the perception, not so much on the initiative. Because I haven't been as kind to my d20s.
Apparently.
I haven't played with them as.
Okay, so do like this, add turn. And then it will be...
Oh, didn't mean to hit that. Even though it's a 20.
Oh, real quick question. Does everyone know how crits work in this game?
I know how mine work.
Okay. Yes, you want all the things.
Not mean
So...
to hit that either, sorry.
Pathfinder doesn't have a nat 20 per se. So what it is it's a sliding scale. So if you have a dice check, like let's say you are fighting someone with an AC of 10. If you roll 15, which is 5 above, you get a good success. If you get 10 above, you get a critical success, and that's where you actually get your crit. The opposite happens though. So if you roll 5 under, you'll get a, and for like combat, like for this, usually nothing happens. It's just like, cool, you missed or you hit. If you get 10 under, you crit miss. So it's that sliding scale of -10, -5, on the dot, 5, and then 10. So for certain rolls, it's really good. For other rolls, it does absolutely nothing.
Are there penalties for critical failure?
Depends on what the roll is. And also depends if I can spell.
Shoot's gun was actually aiming at Foot.
Yeah, and it could honestly be anything. It could be something as simple as... Let's see if that works. Bloop. 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 Okay. So, this one, add turn. And then it will be Miss Spoopy. And add turn. Okay. So, as soon as the gun rings out, or the shot rings out, and the definitely not a stalactite falls to the ground and kind of like curls in pain and skitters off into the darkness, you notice that 2 more stalactites actually fall to the ground. So, that being said, Tori, you're up first. So, you get 3 actions, and they can be used for anything as long as the cost does not exceed 3. So basically, you can move, shoot, shoot. You could shoot, shoot, shoot. If you have like marking a target, you can mark, shoot and shoot, whatever.
Yes. What is that one? Is that this one? Use it, designate.
So if you want to do just a standard attack, you would go to your character and then just click
gone.
on Oh, you're reading that. Okay. So hunt prey, you designate a single creature as your prey and focus your attacks against said creature. You must be able to see or hear, and you must be tracking the prey during exploration.
Jesus, I'm sorry. I have a +2 to initiative. That's 15.
It won't change anything. You're good.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't use the 10 pieces feet.
No, that's totally good. You can also, Tori, if you want, withhold your turn and go at the end of the round. That is something you can actually do.
I will withhold my turn then.
Okay, so go ahead and read your character sheet in the beginning, or in the meantime. You'll kind of sidestep and let your partners by, but you will still have your 3 actions, and at the end of the round, you get to go. So, Ember, it is now your turn.
All right, so we're gonna go uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. And I'm gonna throw a dagger at it.
Alrighty, give me a dexterity roll, please.
Okey doke. Actually, I can do that in sheet, right?
Yes.
Okay, dexterity, you said? Not attack or anything?
It'll be an attack roll, but it'll use your dexterity because you're going to be throwing something.
Got it. Okay.
There are certain weapons that do use strength for throwing, such as, I think, slings, if I remember correctly.
I think... Do I just click that? I think so.
Yep. So, you do hit. You will not get the crit on it, but you do actually get the full damage on this one right here.
Nice.
And then you still have 1 action to go.
I'm gonna do another strike then, if that works.
Do you have another dagger to throw?
I do, yes.
Go for it. You will.
Okey-doke.
I'll do the math for it, but you will suffer a 5 penalty to your attack because it's the second one of the round. Does not fucking matter. Alrighty. So the rest of you just kind of see Ember like walk up to it, just like pull a dagger out, throw it, and be like, oh fuck it. Pull another one, throw it. The creature hisses, definitely not happy, and begins to kind of convulse. As soon as the second dagger hits it, it stops moving completely. Bloop. So congratulations, you have a cat behind you, and you murdered the first thing of the round. Raga, my dear, it is now your turn.
Sure. I assume there's some sort of dash action.
There should be.
Sorry, I don't know all of the actions in
Yes.
Pathfinder 2 yet.
I think it's basically, if I remember correctly, you use 2 actions, but then you do 2.5 moves.
Okay, so it costs 2 actions, you get 2.5 moves.
Yeah. So if you move base 25 speed, you're gonna get basically 65 feet.
1, 2, 3. Well, that's still not enough to get me in range with
5,
anything.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Because
45, 50,
my
50. No,
movement
you will.
speed's 20 as a dwarf.
Oh, no, yeah, no. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yep, you'd be 5 short.
Right. So... 2.
Now who's holding who's back?
Look, she's got wee little legs. Kind of wish I had that soundbite now.
Alright, well, I guess I'll take the dash action and move 10 straight up.
Okay.
10 blocks.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it should be... Oh, I can't. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Okay, and you got 1 action left.
Yeah, so I'll probably do that free action holding my ears. I imagine if a gun just went off in a 5-foot wide cave right behind my head.
Yes, it definitely is ringing.
Sorry.
So with my last action, I guess, can I make like a nature check? Is this something that I've seen before?
Yeah, go for it.
And
Have fun.
19.
19? Okay. So you definitely recognize it. However, this one is a little bigger than what you would normally encounter. These are called giant centipedes. They are the size of a small man. Just as terrifying as the normal one, and these ones are definitely very angry. You do you do recognize that these things tend to hunt in packs, so you're not certain if there are more or if this is just kind of the nest.
Just free action, scream, and terror.
Alrighty, and then let's see. It is. Ooh, I totally did that by accident. Okay, so the one in front of you is going to kind of realize that you're charging towards it. It's going to slither up to you, and then it's going to make 2 very quick bite attacks at you. And the first one definitely misses. The second one. What's up?
Quick question about turn order, because on the D20 thing, the way it shows like the turn order.
Yes, I accidentally misclicked on that one and took it off the turn order, but it goes that centipede and then you and then the last one.
Okay.
So the second one is a 22. Actually, no, it's a 20. So I'm assuming it hits. But how much did I break your AC by?
It was a 20. My AC is 17 with my shield.
Okay, so just a normal hit. So it's gonna hit you for 2, and then I need you to make a Fortitude save for me.
Okay, 1 second. Hit me for 2. How do I apply this?
I don't think I forgot to put everyone's health in, so just go ahead and keep track of it paper-wise.
Okay. So I guess I just put it in current.
That works, yeah.
And then you said a Fortitude save?
Yes, please. Okay.
11.
Woo, alright, so, as the centipede strikes at you, the first one kind of just dings on your armor, but the second one actually finds hold, and it's able to bite you. You feel a slight burning sensation as you take 4 damage, unless you have any resistances to poison.
I do.
Okay, what is your resistance to poison?
Wait, hold on. Gain poison resistance equal to half your level, minimum 1, and each of your successful saving throws reduces its stage by 2, or
Yes.
by 1 for a virulent poison.
Cool. So instead of the 4 damage, go ahead and take 3.
Okay.
Alright, and then Hana, it is now your turn.
Okay. Couple things. So with the ability, I have 10 paces. I get a plus 2 to my initiative, and I get 10 free feet.
Okay, so
That's
go
just
ahead
a
and
free
take your...
action?
Yep, go ahead and take your 10 free feet. So it's going to be 2 squares. So you'll be able to kind of slide in front of Valindra there.
And then I have a range of 25.
So you're going to need to get closer. Yep.
God damn it, you were just outside of my range. Okay, unfortunately, you were just outside of what? Oh, wait, no. 15, 20. Yes. Okay, we're gonna forbidding word on you because bitey attacky. So you now get a +1 status bonus to your AC and a +1 to your saving throws against the enemy's attacks, spells, and other effects. And it's you and this guy.
Okay.
You and... Roga and Ember, or...
The worm. And is that whose character is that?
The short lass in front of the worm.
Aaron, that's
Yes.
you, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, Aaron, you get the forbidding ward, +1 to your AC and against wizards.
Gotcha.
Against that worm.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's a. We're just. Since we didn't really get to do like the wake up routine, that's my cantrip for the day. That's the one I have picked.
Okay. And then you got 1 action left.
It'll change that. No, that was free.
Oh, that was free as well?
That's a
Okay, so then you have...
That's a cantrip, and then I get 10 movement free, so I did my movement.
Works for me.
And then range on my gun is 40 feet.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is worm attached to her?
No, it just bit and then let go.
It bit and like okay. So do I have like a clear shot on it?
Yes, Roga is not large enough to provide the worm cover.
That's what I was just like. I couldn't tell if it was still attached. Do you not want to shoot you after giving you a bonus?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a shot at.
Okay, so it is 30 feet away. Is that still in range of your pistol?
40 feet.
Go for it. Roll your attack.
So it's 15 plus 7 is 22.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Dropping shit. And that is 2 points of damage. Yeah.
All right, and then you've got one action left. So you moved, you shot. You can take one more shot. You can do whatever you want, really. I don't know.
Let's do another.
Okay. Do not forget that you will have the -5 for multiple attacks. Actually, is that a finesse weapon?
The pistol?
Yeah.
It's like a concussive simple.
Okay.
I have quick read if that's anything.
Yeah, that actually does come into play. No, so finesse weapons, instead of a -5 and -10, you'll have a -4 and -8. So.
Okay, it's not a finesse weapon, but I do have Slinger's Reload. So I basically, what I do tends to draw attention enough that I can just reload quick enough. I can attempt to a deception check to create a diversion or intimidation to demoralize.
Are you trying to intimidate the bug? You could also just shoot the bug.
I'm just gonna shoot the bug.
Roll your attack.
Okay, and you said -5.
Mm-hmm. I fucking love this mug so much.
Yes.
Oof. Damn.
Let it flow through you.
14?
Is that with the -5?
Yeah.
14 does not hit. So your first, while not as, aim true as your very first attack, it still does find a target. Your second one, however, pings off and just goes into the distance. Definitely does not hit its mark. So that is our Hana's turn. This one is 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's going to climb up the wall 10 feet. Move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's going to use 2 actions to get behind Roga. And then it's going to make another biting attack at your back. Which, even with the flanking bonus, does not do anything. So it misses. Tori, you're up.
All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which one has less HP? The one in the front or the one in the back?
The one in the front definitely has some more damage, but it's hard to tell. You can roll you can use one of your actions to roll a perception check if you want, to really see if you could figure out which one's been shot more than the other ones, because they've both been shot.
Well, I can hit both from where I'm at, so I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
So, because there are 2 bodies in between one of these, the one on the far is going to have light cover. The one in between Hana and Roga is not going to have light cover. So just keep that in mind.
Got it. I'm going to go for the closer one because that way we don't have to worry about my compatriot getting stabbed in the back.
Fair, fair. So, go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Do I just click the weapon type?
Let's see. Do I have your character sheet open? I do not.
Or do I click the attack one or the damage one?
It should just be, that's you. So, roll 20, you're going to hit character sheet, and you're just going to hit, just click on short bow, and it should make the ranged attack for you. Shoop. Alright, so 12 does not hit. So your first arrow loose does not find its mark, so you've got 2 more actions. So you can do another attack, it will suffer the 5 penalty, and then do whatever you need to do.
How does the healing people thing work?
So for you, I believe you actually have to be within a certain range.
Closer.
Yeah, it has to be touch. But basically, you'll roll
As long as they're not fighting you or not saying no, you don't have to roll like to hit, but you do have to roll an amount.
Okay.
If someone is being a butt and just being like, no, don't heal me, you actually do have to roll to hit them to heal them. Heal them with the bonk stick. So you got 2 more actions.
I'm going to try attacking again.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that short bow attack for me.
Do I click the second attack and damage roll then?
No, go ahead and just click the normal one, and then we'll just -5 real quick. Oh. Okay. So let's see. Even with it being that... -5.
Oh, it took
yes.
the -5 off of it, naturally, right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
So this first combat will be nice. So that just completely misses, not even close. I need to make sure that yours is adding your dex bonus. I'll do that later, though.
I don't know.
Because you also could just have, you know... Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. It's adding the 2 to your deck from your dex. However, you should be trained in this, so... Spoopy, you helped Tori with her character sheet, correct?
Yes.
Do you remember if she is... Oh, yeah, she's trained. She's trained. Okay.
The answer is I don't.
So specialty is that. That's that. Rank is going to be trained. So that's actually 5. Let's see, 5. That one will... Okay, so your first one actually would hit, so we'll just kind of swap it around real quick. 4 damage would not kill it, though.
All right.
But it is definitely... Oh, I know. Actually, 4 damage will kill it. I mixed them up. You're good. So your first one found its home. It did kill it. We're just... That weird time shenanigans are going on. And this bad boy is dead.
Excellent.
So your second attack, though, we'll just say it was on the farther one. Definitely did not hit, but thankfully you somehow miraculously weaved it in between both of your allies.
Sweet.
So, one more
get
action.
One move?
You can do one move. You can
Okay.
attempt a Hail Mary shot. It's entirely up to your choice.
Yes, I'm gonna Hail Mary this.
Jordan.
You also go first in the next round, which means you can position yourself and then have your 3 actions without the minuses. Just putting that out there for you.
Okay, fine. I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does diagonal count as the same 5 feet?
Yes.
First one does, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So round is over. Go to the top of the round. Valindra, you are indeed still first.
Excellent, excellent.
So again, you get 3 fresh actions. What are you gonna do with them?
I'm gonna wait for the thingy to load. I'm going to start off with my short bow.
All right, go for it. Hit me with it.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. All right. So your frustration at that second shot, you're like, fuck this shit. So you move forward, reposition yourself, kindly sidestep Hana there, and you just fucking true aim, Legolas, just fucking perfect shot right in the visor, and just obliterate the thing. There are chunks of centipede everywhere, possibly on Roga, and the thing is dead and gone. So with that,
Teach me a thing or two.
we just had to ask RNGesus to come back and bless that last roll. So as the last creature falls and just miraculously, not a single piece of it exists anymore. A sense of peace and lack of danger kind of befalls all of you. So everyone go ahead and add 15 experience to your character sheet, and congratulations, your tutorial fight is done.
Ooh.
How do I just end the experience points type 15?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
As well, so Pathfinder is a little different than other ones. So the way leveling works in this, and I'm just going to do a quick TLDR for everyone here. When you reach 1,000 experience, you can spend 1,000 of it to go up 1 level. So if for some reason you're just like, I'm going to hold on to all this experience and then just go up 3 levels in a row, you can do that.
I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can do that. So once you hit that 1,000 bracket and you spend it, you actually do spend it. So you'll minus that 1,000. You'll do all the necessary steps to level up your character, include like, you know, increasing your character level by 1. Any half level things you want to upgrade by 1, you'll get your training or your skill bonuses and all that good stuff. And then do not forget to add your health. But Congratulations. There you go. It's the
So we're all gonna stay level 1 till the very end of the game and take all of our levels at once, right?
if that is legit what you want to do, fucking go for it, because I think that's hilarious.
I do have a potential gameplay question then with that.
Yes.
So we entered the tunnels, obviously at level 1. Let's say somehow there's a miraculous thing of we each gain enough XP for a certain amount of levels. If our next area of enemies, do they spawn in at our current level, or do they spawn in based on what the story arc is going level-wise?
Based on however I'm feeling. So
Alright,
if I notice all of you just hoarding experience, who knows what I'll do.
Okay.
I'll be impressed at the tenacity, that's for sure. I will be impressed at your tenacity to be just like have that gumption of fuck this. We're gonna be the level 1 peasants who save the day. Fucking go for it. Alright, but the encounter is over. Congratulations.
Are there any lingering effects of this poison?
No, it only lasts one round. At the stage that it would only last one round, and with your bonuses, no matter what, unless like it was the god of all rolls and it crit you like 6 times over, you're good.
Okay, great.
But no, for stuff like that, I will definitely ask you to do save for rolls or anything like that. But that poison goes off. You're good.
Just have a big old like swollen welt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
After
I'm going to immediately start cleaning my gun.
Okay.
Like, immediately, compulsive.
All right, compulsively clean your gun. Go for it. Ember.
I'm gonna go over to the first corpse that I brutalized and grab the 2 daggers that I threw into its head.
All right. Also,
And then
I'm the
Sorry.
sadistic type that if you do not grab your daggers and you leave, you will not get your daggers back.
yeah, I know you. I grew up with you. I'm well aware of this. That's why I stated that up front before the thing I wanted to do.
I appreciate it.
Alright, who's the character at the topmost here?
Roga. That would be
Roga.
Aaron.
Ember's just gonna walk over to Roga, see that you're futzing with the welt, and just sort of like look down at it and be like, I can bloodlet that for you. Just holds up the still bloodied knife from the encounter.
oh, let's give it a bit and see what happens.
Alright, your funeral.
10 out of 10. I love this. I'm so glad I picked this table. All right.
I'm gonna Leonard Voldra. That was an incredible shot.
Did you just dab on camera?
No?
Just like I hope that at some point you just do something like 2000s meme worthy and just be like, sorry, pre-shattering. You guys, yeah, you had to be there.
I guess this old dog does have new tricks.
I love it. Okay. All right, so the tunnel is clear. You are actually close enough that you can see the faint light of a mushroom on the wall. So you kind of have some light and sense of direction back. What are y'all gonna do?
Just a quick cleanup of my gun, so I'm keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward. All right.
Lucille?
Go ahead and position your characters.
3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. So as you round the corner, Ember, since you are in lead, please give me a perception check.
Okay. Scrolling over to my sheet. More perception. Hey, there it is.
All right. So as you round the corner, a ruffling sound catches your ear immediately, and you kind of stop and peer around the corner. And as you do,
you kind of see what appears to be a mix of like almost like a jail. So there are cages there in the corner. There's a large cage that kind of could hold or house several things. There's a cage in the corner. There's a mushroom on the far wall, and with the light off the mushroom, you can kind of see 3 dogs, or dog-like things, I should say, huddled around, kind of like a mound in the center of them.
Amber is going to take a long look around the corner and then just turn back and do a very complex series of hand motions, and then realize that nobody is following along. 3 dogs around a mound, 2 prison cells. I'm not sure. There's a mushroom in the corner for those inclined as well.
Say puppies?
Cells?
Looks back around the corner. Yeah, I don't know about puppies, but they're dog-like.
Can I try something?
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind. With the baby man? Okay, I'm gonna shift.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna shift.
Okay.
Change shape. I'm gonna go grab.
All right. So, Ember. So,
wait.
just let me paint a picture for
Sorry.
everyone real quick, because no one here knows exactly what you're talking about. So, like, Valindra and and Raga are kind of staring at Ember as she's doing like these weird hand things and like talk about that, and then the 3 of you just see this medium-sized, very silken white fox just weaving between you 2.
I'm just gonna yip as I go, and then if you all look back, my humanoid form is no longer there, by the way. But my belongings are gone. Everything goes with me. So,
Yep. No nudists.
just-
No nudists people here.
no. So I'm just gonna kind of like brush past each one, kind of like familiarize myself with like their scents and stuff as I go.
The doggies or the people? Okay.
No.
All right. So go ahead and move your character for me then. Place it where you place your first like movement after you sent your party members. That's weird to say out loud.
I'm gonna get here, and then I'd like to see if I can maybe like slip around the corner and try to get eyes on this without alerting anything.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Shit. It's not bonuses because I'm immediately smaller,
Nope.
right? Also, all my stats stay the same. I don't need to take a stat for like a fox,
No. Your stats are
right?
the same.
Because it's okay.
So go ahead and do your roll, and then go find what the fuck is at the doorbell. Because I don't.
See, still, it was a 19. It was a natural 19 plus 2, so
21?
21.
Okay. So go ahead and answer the very impatient person at the doorbell.
Jesus.
It's a Saturday at 11. Who the fuck is here?
Hi. I don't know. I had them reschedule it. I'm so sorry about that. I told her to reschedule it. I'm so sorry. I don't have anything going on. Like that. Sorry. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Tell me
Okay.
what.
So, as you slink closer, go ahead and move like 3 squares closer. So, like, yep, right about there.
There?
So 2 of the dog-like creatures don't even pay mind to you. The 3rd one, however, immediately notices you.
21?
Yes. Like, immediately
Damn.
notices you. Gets in a defensive position and growls, grabs the attention of the other 2. And so... Hana, Roga, and Ember, please roll me initiative.
Ah, shit.
Jumping straight into it.
Your
7. No, 9. Sorry.
Okay, so give me 1 second.
All right. So that's a 20, a 15. And then what were you, dear? You were a 9? Okay.
9.
So what it's going to go is... Ember is going to go first. Boop. What? Oh. There we go. So Ember is going to go first with a 20. Rogue is going to go fourth. Add turn. Monsieur 17. The third dog is still just kind of lagging behind. So it's actually going to go Hana with 9. Third doggo. I should say that these aren't actually dogs, but it's just easier for me to call it a doggo.
Yeah, you continuing to call them doggos is just going to make me want to befriend them, and I feel like that's probably not the move.
You're making us feel bad about having to kill them.
Yeah.
Fair. And then Valindra, you are going to end up going last, because you don't really know what's going on. There's just kind of a commotion, because as the fox kind of gets closer, trying to like sneak on in, Ember and Roga, you two see that one of those dogs immediately notices and gets very angry, which in turn get the other two. So you're like, oh shit, we need to go act and help our friend. And then Hana, you're just kind of like, shit. So Ember, you are up first. Go ahead and take your turn. You are also muted.
Gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess we're gonna stick with the old dagger throwing, I suppose.
Dagger.
What do the dogs look like?
Do you want to do a full analysis or just kind of like a quick free action, like what do they look like?
Just a quick, like, what the heck?
So upon closer inspection, you notice that they're kind of dog-shaped. However, they have a rat tail, and their face almost looks like that of a bat's. So while they're fuzzy, like a dog, they very much are not as soon as you get close.
And I guess Ember is gonna charge into battle, throw the first dagger at the one that's looking at them, and just sort of over her shoulder. Looks like wrong dog in here.
So these two here, the two closest ones are going to be the ones that are staring at you. The one in the back is still kind of like out of it, but aware of what's going on. 19
Okay.
will hit, hit for 4 damage. Definitely feels it, but it's still going strong.
Alright. Can I throw a second?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. There's the second attack.
Is that with or without the -5? I cannot remember.
Oh,
I don't think that's built in unless you hit the number 2.
Oh, I hit the number 2. There we go.
Okay, so yeah, well, that's what we can do then.
Okay.
Which is fucking ridiculous because so first dagger hits, you worked the first time, we're gonna do it again. You hit with the second dagger, and it now has a nice bicorn rat, bat, dog thing in front of you. So the doggo is definitely taken aback at its new additions to its skull. It's going to turn towards you, boop, like that, and it's going to move 1 and 2. And it is going to make 2 rapid attacks. So the first one, it bites at you, definitely misses. In fact, it misses so bad that, let's see, you have, that was a crit fail. So it, while running towards you, it kind of does a jumping leap bite towards you. And you're just like, what are you doing? And sidestep it. And you kind of just sidestep enough that it kind of just hits into the wall. It's a little bit stunned. It definitely did not feel good. And that's the end of its turn. Second one is going to turn towards you, though. Boop. going to do this, and it's going to try and do the same thing. First attack does a 21 break.
Yes, that does.
Okay, so we're going to do that. The second one does not hit. So go ahead and take 5 damage. I don't think you have any piercing resistance, correct?
No, I do not.
Okay, and
I
then
don't get an attack of opportunity or anything on the first one, do I?
the first one, no. On the second one, though, you will.
Okay, good.
So the second one, while you're getting ready to do your attack, it does end up biting you. So go ahead and do 2 things. 1, give me a fortitude save, and 2, give me your attack.
Fortitude save. 16.
All right, so I need to remember what that one does. I don't think it does anything. So go ahead and make your attack while I look up something real quick.
Yeah, while you look up how to kill me. Got it. Understood.
Yep, you know.
It's an 18.
All right, so as the doggo charges you, you just fucking bring your greatsword down straight on its skull after it bites you. I can do math, I swear. And as you both kind of separate and are staring at each other, getting, like, you know, in midst of combat, you kind of feel that the wound where it bit you is kind of itchy and it doesn't feel quite right. So you will be sickened, is what it's called. Where is the thing for it? That's poison. Sickened. There we go. Yeah, okay. If I remember correctly, sickened is just a -1 to strength.
Okay.
Conditions, there we go. You're sick to your stomach. Cool, but what does that actually do?
It makes me have a sad tummy, that's what. In the middle of the fight, Ember keels over. Oh gosh, I got the crampies.
Just like, oh no, not the tummies.
Guys, we gotta go home. I got a boo-boo in my tum-tum. And lo, did our heroes retreat off-world back to the safety.
Why does it not just give me what it does? It's just like, oh yeah, you're sick to your stomach. Cool, what does being sick to your stomach do? Okay, so while I figure this out, whose turn is it next? Roga, it is your turn. Please take your turn.
Sure. So what's the deal with moving diagonally? The first one's only costs 5, but it increases after that.
Yeah, if you move 2 in a row, it costs 3. But you can just do, like, zigzag, and it costs 1 still.
Okay, gotcha.
So, like, if you could move 5, you could move... can I ping? How do I ping? I have no clue. But you could move right next to Hana, for example.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to dash again and use 2 actions, but I'll get up here.
Thank you, Riley. That's what I was trying to look for. So yeah, you just have a -1 for the next round. All right. The dog is definitely stunned. It does not see you coming towards it. So no attacks of opportunity.
I'll whip out my hammer and I'll beat it over the head.
Alrighty. You're gonna club this rat dog. Your first strike does not connect.
A 10. And I think I only had 1 strike because that's all 3 of my actions, right?
Yes. Alright, so you take out your hammer and just... You can't... It's ugly, but it's still cute to you for somehow, so you just half-heartedly are like, eh, and it just doesn't do anything. Hana, it is now your turn. I do not remember if shifting is a free action for you.
Because I did it before the round.
Okay.
Or before we had started. Yeah, I'm still in my shape. Trying to think of my order of operations here. we're gonna for being ward on Ember, because bitten.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that +1 to your AC, and for your saving throws against the dog to your right. No.
Okay, so the one that bit her. Okay.
Yeah, whole other. And then I am going to use my 10 free to try and get some cover behind those rocks. We're gonna do Foxfire. So that's just an unarmed attack. It's a range of 20, so I'm gonna go for the one that's between Rogan and Ember.
Okay, so the one that's currently stunned and headbutting a wall. Okay, so go ahead and...
It says a Foxfire ranged unarmed attack.
Yeah, so you'll make just
So
an
would you
unarmed
roll
attack.
D20?
Yeah, d20 plus your dex, I think. Yeah.
It's 13.
And you do have benefit of it being cornered. That's going to be a dex save. Yep, you hit it. What's it do?
Okay. We're gonna do 1d4 electric damage.
Okay.
Just 3.
It definitely has had better days.
And then I'd like to just go up one and try and inspect what's going on here.
In the cage, or... Okay, so the cage is
Yeah.
completely empty. One of the sides seems to have been damaged by the rock falls. And so it's broken open on one side. But other than that, there's just like scraps of some weird gruel. And it's just kind of...
Does it look like these dogs could have come out of
Yes.
that cage because of their...
Yeah,
Oh.
that is a very safe assumption.
Okay. And then that'll be me.
Okie dokies. All right, so this last doggo is going to realize what is finally going on, leave its meal. It's going to spend one move action to come here. Going to turn towards our dear Ember. It's going to make 2 attacks, and it is going to miss both of them. So it makes 2 biting attacks at you, Ember,
I
and
rolled
just...
a 21 on stealth. Okay, I tried.
You did try, and I unfortunately rolled a 22.
God damn it!
Actually, sorry, I rolled a 16 plus a 6, so yeah, on 22. So Valindra, it is now your turn. You have seen all of your allies run around the corner. You've heard a very loud thump and some yips, and you're probably, I'm assuming, a little confused as to what the fuck is going on. Please take your turn.
Now, here's the thing. You mentioned Legolas earlier.
Yes.
They're all within range of me, technically.
You have no visible insight, though.
Wait,
Yes.
wait a second. I'm getting there.
Okay.
Because of the Legolas thing, can I Angelina Jolie the curve the arrow around the thing?
You want to wanted the bow shot?
I've been waiting this entire turn to ask this.
So you can. You can.
wanted the arrow.
You're gonna take some minuses. Because you have no idea where they are. So it'll be a tricky shot, but you could do something like that, yes.
Are you just gonna like try and ricochet the arrow off the wall?
Maybe.
There's
Look.
no way that this doesn't end with an arrow in my ass.
I know, and it's just like, I'm just like, please don't.
I'm so
Like,
ready
arrow
for
one
it,
of us.
frankly.
So if you want to do this, for one shot, it'll take 2 action points.
Okay.
You can roll a perception to try and like listen to see what's going on, and maybe if you roll high enough, it'll aid in your somewhat geometry calculations there. And then you'll
Okay.
make a second attack, and it will be at a disadvantage, a pretty heavy one.
So I'd click the number 2 then one.
No, you would click the number 1, and then I have a number in my head. But go ahead and roll.
Got it.
If you want to do this, roll your perception check first, so that you can kind of like try and echolocate your quarry, and then we'll go from there. and you just you laser focus listening. You're like, all right, I have a pretty good idea of where they are. So go ahead and make your attack. And from your attack, we're going to subtract 5.
Yeah.
And with that subtracting 5, you score a 1, which is below both of your allies. So can I get Roga and Riley, Ember here? Which one of you wants high? Which one of you wants low?
I'll take low.
Alrighty. So, Blender, you're like, I know where they are, and you just full confident pull you're like, I bet if I hit like right here, it'll probably like, yeah, I just full like the confidence of someone who has smoked weed once, talking to someone who has never smoked weed in their life, just balls to the walls, white dude energy, and you just fucking let loose that arrow, and you hear something. You in fact hear Roga take 4 damage to her ass cheek as that arrow just bounces right off the wall and just right into your lower calf. So go ahead and take 4 damage from me there, Roga.
I just look at the arrow and go, are you fucking kidding me?
Tori, I love you. All right, what are you gonna do with your last action?
Yeah, just
I am going to move 1, 2, 3. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move here.
Okay. So as you move around the corner, you kind of see the damage of what you've done. The picture in front of you is definitely not what you imagined. And with that, Ember, it is your turn once again.
God damn it. Okay, great sword strike on the one that I hit.
All right. On the one in the wall or the one that actually did bite you?
The one that actually did bite me. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm more angry at that one.
the wiggle boy right here. So go ahead and do your attack.
And then I get a -1 from the poison and a +1 from what was done? Yeah.
Forbidding ward is also your AC.
Okay. Well, then it's a negative. It's a 13 then.
Okay, so that one's gonna miss. So go ahead and make your next one. Wait, yeah. And then you have the feat emboldening strike, right?
Exacting strike. Yes.
Exacting strike. Okay. So if you use that, you can knock back the next attack 1. I believe is how I read it. I'll double check. But basically, so if you make 3 attacks in a row, you could exacting strike the third one, and it will only take the penalty as though it was your second attack. You can make a second attack and have it take the penalty of having, or basically have it act as your first attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that one.
Okay, so go ahead and make another attack. That one definitely does connect. So let's see, 9 damage on that one. So after being bit, you're just like, motherfucker, and you just sword overhead, just cleave straight on down, just dog in twain. Go ahead and roll me a fortitude save.
Oh god, they explode?
No.
Okay.
To see if you so after the
save.
Yeah. After the gratuitous and violence that just was committed in front of you, you no longer feel sick. You in fact feel pretty damn good.
Yay.
You got one more action.
Also, forbidding ward only lasts a minute, so I don't know how it's been to cast it.
A minute would be
10 rounds?
yes. I believe so.
Okay.
Because a round is 6 seconds, basically, give or take.
So then I'm gonna do my greatsword as my second attack or my third?
This one will count as your third attack. Or sorry, no.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so that one misses. So your third one misses, but you no longer feel sick. Stun doggo here. So it does kind of shake off what happened to it. It's gonna turn to Roga, who is inspecting the wound betwixt her cheeks. First one definitely misses. Second one does not miss. So give me a fortitude save, and then take 4 damage.
So 4 damage and I'm already down.
So you're downed?
Yep.
All right. Do give me that fortitude save, and then your turn is next. So you'll give me So as you go down, you're feeling a little bit faint, so you will have sickness 1 on you.
Oh, that's a lot of blood.
And then go ahead and give me a death roll.
Okay, so it is just a straight 20?
Yeah, just a straight 20.
Sure.
I think
Sorry,
it's
still
the
trying to
window
load.
on the left hand, or the bar on the left hand side should be able to do just flat rolls. All right, so you will have stage 1 of wounded, or you failed 1 throw, but not critically, so you're still good. Hannah, it is your turn.
Alright, well, shit. I am going to use my movement to run back here.
Okay.
And then I think in battle, it does take an action to shift. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Was any unarmed strikes? You can whatever. Okay. Yeah, using it as an action. So I'm going to change shape back into a humanoid form,
Okay.
and fucking use one of my selves on Roga. That fucking arrow in her ass. Try and get her back up. I don't know how much the healing salve does.
So when someone is in a downed state, if you heal them, what it does is it acts as though they immediately passed their death saving throws. So Roga will be at 0 hit points. Roga will be at 1 hit point with wounded 1, but death 0.
So get you back up.
Yep.
The 1. So just use it on to get you up.
Yeah. So you're still dazed. You're still not going to be able to really do anything in this combat as you are still in the waking state of just being unconscious. But you no longer have to make death rolls as long as nothing hits you. That being
Did she
said,
pull the arrow out?
And I'm just gonna turn back to Valindra and be like, I take back what I said about being shot.
no, she just kind of like rubbed you down real quick. So like the bruising and everything, and your welt's doing good. Arrow is still just straight in you.
I don't want to pull that out and cause like you lose that 1 hit point you have. Go back now.
Okay, so that one misses. That one misses. That one definitely misses. All right, so Ember, while those two behind you are doing their thing, the dog in front of you is taking bites at you back, or like multiple times. On the third one though, you sense an opening for it as it kind of like backs up a little bit and gets ready to lunge. Go ahead and give me an attack.
Yeah.
And you fucking slam it. So it goes to attack, and you just kind of like catch it with your arm, slam it into the ground, and turn around. The dog is now behind you, on the ground, reeling. And you are kind of in this position where you're turned both towards both dogs, and definitely have one's attention, but you kind of see the scene unfolding in front of you. So, Valindra, it is now your turn.
Real briefly.
Yes.
Like, we'll do that sort of badass over arc throw to the other side with the greatsword, and then just turn, look down at Roga, see what's going on, and then just point with her offhand. There's an arrow in your ass.
Thank you.
No problem.
Team players here. Team players. All right. Valindra, it is your turn.
Okay. So we have two pepperinos left. I'm going to do. How do I move? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go ahead and put myself next to my partner.
Okay.
And I am going to use battle medicine on them, which, blah blah blah. Yes, you can use it in combat. Attempt a medicine check with the same, and restore the corresponding amount of HP.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so I click on the medicine one.
Yes.
Okay. Oh God, please. 6.
How did you even roll a 6? Oh no. Okay, so do a d20 roll and then add 6.
Do a d20 roll and add 6.
Yeah.
Got
so
it.
grand total, you have a bonus 6, so 10. All right. So 10. I would have to look up medicine because I don't think I've ever actually been in a campaign where anyone has used it. So congratulations on, in my entire history of DMing, actually using the heal and or medicine skill. Let's go to this. And then medicine.
I know what I'm about.
Yep, fair. do. So you are trying to treat wounds.
Correct.
All right, so because this is you don't have the 10 minutes to do the normal one, go ahead and roll me, actually I'll just do it for you. We're gonna roll a d4. Roga, go ahead and add 3 hit points. So you don't really have the full time to do the treat wounds, so you're kind of just trying to do it real quick in battles. So you just walk over, you roll her aside, pull the arrow out, staunch the bleeding, slap some shit on there, and you're like, you're good to go. And you got one more action.
Nice.
Do I keep wounded one?
Yes, you will keep wounded one until you can rest. And all that does for right now is if you go down again, instead of starting at death state 1, you'll start at death state 2.
Gotcha. Is it 3 strikes you're out like D&D?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, I think it's 4 here, because you can get up to wounded 2, which means if you die, you go to death 3. And then if you revive and you have wounded 3, if you die, you're dead. Like it's straight over. So I believe it's 4. We'll go ahead with 4, and then I'll reread the rules just to double check, and we'll use whatever the actual rule is going forward. But I'm pretty sure it's 4 strikes you're out on this one. So yes, Tori, your last roll.
I'm gonna go ahead and shooty bang bang the closest one.
Okay.
Next to me.
That one over there.
Let me just scroll back down to the short bow. Oh wait, I want to have this open. Okay.
And you hit. So you know. Oh, I forgot to do math. No, I didn't forget to do math. What did I forget to do? Oh, I'm just being fucking sloppy. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so that one is that one. Dealt that much damage. So just point blank, you fucking loose an arrow straight into that dog's skull. It is not doing too good. It's still standing. You don't know how. It's still standing, but it's definitely not looking too healthy. So top of the round, Ember, it is going to be your turn. You're going to lead us off. Both dogs have seen better days.
Is there one seeing like it's seen worser days of the two of them?
Probably the one that just got shot in the skull with a point blank arrow.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna attack that one then.
All right.
14.
And you just, its attention is not turned towards you. It's not doing good. During your strike, you're like, this isn't gonna hit, and you just fucking, by the gift of God, just slap it square in the skull with the side of your sword, and it goes down.
Oh.
You're just like, well, that worked better.
I guess I'll attack the other one then.
Boop.
Okay.
Yep, and that one same as the first. You just well, actually no, this one like you're like it's gonna hit, and it does. You just great sword to skull. Dog is dead, and you all breathe a sigh of relief as Roga kind of wakes up. Just carnage around it.
Ember sort of like looks around and then just says, "Are we bad people for that? Were those like dogs, like dogs, or like?"
I don't believe so. They came out of that cage.
Oh, okay. I feel way less bad then.
Go ahead and add. So, real quick note: add 45 experience to your sheets.
That's a grand total of 60 for those keeping score at home.
Yeah. And then anyone, if you do want to know more about them, go ahead and roll me a nature roll, if anyone wants.
I tried.
All right.
18.
Okay. So as Ember is just kind of like, are we the bad people? You're like, actually, you actually, yeah, there we go.
Are we the baddies?
You're like, no. These are a very weird type of dog. Like, dog isn't the actual terminology for them. And you recognize that these are what are known as goblin dogs. So they're not actually dogs. It's just a terminology that has been used for them, because these animals, while disgusting and plague-ridden and definitely not the friendliest of animals, has been a time-tested companion for goblins pretty much throughout history. Goblins love them because the only thing that will eat something worse than a goblin is a goblin dog. So like they're goblins' best friends. What they actually are, though, is a very strange strain of rat. So the dog is incorrect.
Oh. Well, I don't think we're bad because they attacked first. Maybe they train your dog. But they are dogs for goblin folk.
Yes.
So I feel really good say for the bad ones in this situation.
Stop that.
I think the bad ones are the opportunity to train dogs.
Well, I mean, they're not bad animals. They're just dirty and gross.
That's why I think the bad people are the owners who didn't train their dogs.
I mean, they did train them, just not for what you probably wanted them to be trained for. But this actually is where we will take our first break. So we're going to all stand up, stretch, grab some snacks and hydration, and then we will meet back at 11:50. We'll do 11:50. We'll do a small break. And my bot is not active. So while we go to break, if you're enjoying the show, we do have a Patreon. It pays myself and all of our players here and helps us actually kind of do some cool stuff. So I'm going to shill that while we move to our BRB screen, and then we'll be back in 5 minutes after a good break, and we'll continue on with our adventure here. Hey everyone, Mustache here. Just wanted to say thank you for watching our first episode, and we'll be releasing a new one every Wednesday, or streaming it every other Saturday. If you'd like to support us and get the episodes early, along with some other bonuses, consider subscribing to our Patreon. If you'd like to keep up with the players and myself, links to our stuff are down below in the description. So thanks for stopping by. Have a fantastic time.